The night was calm, and the forest was filled with soft glow of the moon. King Vikramaditya walked steadily along the path, holding his sword firmly. On his shoulders hovered Betal, the mischievous skeletal spirit, smiling knowingly. O King Vikram, tonight I have a story of loyalty, trust, and cunning. King Vikramaditya nodded and said, "Tell me, O Betal, I am ready to listen and answer wisely." Betal started the story. Long ago, there lived two friends named Kiran and Ramesh. Kiran was honest, kind, and brave, while Ramesh was clever, witty, but a little impulsive. They lived in the prosperous kingdom of Suryanagari. The people of the kingdom respected both for their courage and loyalty. One day, a news reached the king that two young men had saved villagers from the robbers. The king, curious and proud, wanted to meet them personally. Kiran and Ramesh were invited to the royal palace. They were honored and welcomed with a grand feast. The king, intrigued by their bravery, asked about their lives. Kiran spoke humbly about his duty and love for the people. Ramesh told the stories of his clever plans to protect the villagers from danger. The king was impressed and decided to test their loyalty and intelligence. He summoned them privately to his chamber. The king said, "I have a secret treasure and I want to see who among you is truly loyal and wise." The two friends listened carefully and were very eager to serve their king. The king presented them with a golden chest and said, "One of you must guard this treasure for 3 days and 3 nights. Whoever shows honesty and wisdom will be richly rewarded." Both Kiran and Ramesh agreed and promised to guard it faithfully. They took turns watching the chest, keeping each other company. During the first night, a sly thief tried to steal the treasure. Ramesh cleverly created a trap, catching the thief without harming him. Kiran praised the intelligence of Ramesh and helped alert the guards. On the second night, a messenger came with a false news of an attack on the palace. Kiran and Ramesh quickly devised a plan to protect both the treasure and the kingdom. They guided the king and soldiers safely, proving their courage and loyalty. On the third night, the chest itself seemed to vanish mysteriously. Kiran and Ramesh searched for the chest every corner of the palace. They discovered the king had moved the chest to test their alertness. The friends realized the king's cleverness and were amazed. The king appeared, smiling, and asked them to explain their actions. Kiran spoke honestly about their vigilance and teamwork. Ramesh added how they combined courage with cleverness to protect the kingdom. The king nodded, satisfied with their loyalty and wisdom. "You have proven yourselves to be true friends and the guardians of my kingdom," the king said. The king rewarded both of them with gold, land, and positions of honor. The people of the kingdom celebrated the bravery and cleverness of the two friends. But the story does not end here. A neighboring king, jealous of Suryanagari's prosperity, plotted to attack. Kiran and Ramesh devised a clever plan to defend the kingdom. They gathered villagers and trained them secretly to fight strategically. When the enemy arrived, they were surprised by the unexpected resistance. The neighboring king's army was defeated without much bloodshed. The courage and cleverness of both Kiran and Ramesh had saved the kingdom once again. The king praised both of them publicly, rewarding them further for their loyalty. Their friendship grew stronger through each challenge. Kiran was always calm, brave, and honest, providing the strength. Ramesh was clever, witty, and quick thinking, providing smart solutions. Together, they complemented each other perfectly. One day, the king invited both of them for another private discussion. True loyalty is not just courage or intelligence, the king said. It is about honesty, selflessness, and the bond between friends. Kiran and Ramesh listened carefully, knowing the king's words held wisdom. A test was prepared. The king secretly switched the treasure chest with a fake one. He wanted to see if the friends would notice the change. The friends examined the chest carefully using their knowledge and observation. Kiran noticed a subtle difference in the carvings of the chest. Ramesh tested the lock and realized it was lighter than the original. They informed the king, showing honesty and keen observation. The king smiled, impressed by their alertness. You have passed each and every test. Your friendship and loyalty are rare treasures. The friends were proud but humble. Kiran and Ramesh continued to serve the king faithfully. They helped solve disputes, advised on strategies, and protected the kingdom. Their friendship became legendary, inspiring young people across the land. One day, a severe drought struck the kingdom. The king asked the friends to help protect the people and manage resources. Kiran organized the water distribution and ensured everyone had access to food. Ramesh devised clever irrigation systems and storage methods. Together, they saved countless lives during the difficult time. The king observed, pleased with their selflessness and wisdom. Villagers trusted Kiran and Ramesh completely. They knew honesty, courage, and cleverness guided the two friends. Stories of their loyalty and bravery spread far and wide. Neighboring kingdoms sent envoys to learn from their wisdom. The king was proud to have such loyal and intelligent advisors. Festivals were held to honor the courage and friendship of Kiran and Ramesh. Soldiers learned discipline, respect, and teamwork from their example. The kingdom thrived under the guidance of the king and the two friends. The enemies feared Suryanagari not for its army alone, but for the intelligence and unity within. Kiran and Ramesh remained humble, never boasting about their achievements. They were always ready to help the people and advise the king. The palace was filled with stories and the lessons of courage and wisdom. The king rewarded honesty, loyalty, and cleverness in all subjects. Arrows and swords were not the only weapons. Knowledge and friendship were stronger. The bond between Kiran and Ramesh inspired many young men and women to serve their kingdom faithfully. Festivals celebrated courage, wisdom, and true friendship. The kingdom of Suryanagari became famous for fairness and intelligence. Villagers shared the stories of Kiran and Ramesh with their children. Soldiers learned the importance of teamwork, honesty, and clever thinking. The king always consulted his loyal friends before making any decisions. And so, Suryanagari thrived with courage, wisdom, and unity. The story of the two friends became a legend that lasted for generations. Betad floated near King Vikramaditya and asked, O King Vikram, which quality of the friends saved the kingdom most? Who was the true treasure for the king? And if one of the friends had been dishonest, what would have happened to the kingdom? O King Vikram, answer carefully, or the truth will elude you. King Vikramaditya thought for a moment and replied, it was the loyalty of two friends, combined with courage and cleverness, that saved the kingdom. Both Kiran and Ramesh together were the true treasure, complementing each other's strengths. Had either friend been dishonest, the kingdom would have fallen into chaos and fear. Betal laughed satisfied and flew away into the forest night. True friendship, loyalty, and cleverness together create strength stronger than any treasure. Courage and honesty, when guided by wisdom, protect both people and kingdom. Thank you so much for watching. Jai Hind.